Hello and welcome to the Battle Yawn podcast. My name is Jon.
And I'm Jadon.
And this is the Battle Yawn podcast. Welcome. If you're standing, please sit down. If you're sitting, please stay sitting down. If you're laying down...
Actually, stand up. We want to shake things up.
If you're laying down, just stay there.
Because why would you get uncomfortable? Because that's what we're here for.
Yeah, we're here to make you uncomfortable. Wait.
No matter your physical posture.
So it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, we did
it
it bad.
It's okay. We have stuff going on.
Not... Well, you might.
We have.
I'm kind of a boring person. I just kind of sit around. It's like that one part...
happened.
What?
Interesting stuff happened since the last time we recorded this.
Alrighty, hit me.
Well, for one, people were talking smack at work. When people talk smack to me, I make it my only goal in life to shut them up, to do stuff, to prove them wrong.
Did you cut them up?
I did a thing.
Explain.
I don't know. They're talking about crap about sweeping. And they're like, you can't sweep good enough. So
I don't know how that's possible.
I know. Literally, what it was is a single crayon on the floor at work, and they're like, "Oh, you're not sweeping good enough." And then for like a whole week, I didn't hear the end of "You're not sweeping good enough."
Wow.
So what I did to remedy
Time
this...
for some MLG sweeping.
Yeah. What I did to remedy this is I ran down to the hardware store that's across the street from work,
and
I bought the biggest push broom that they had.
Okay.
And because my shop is really stupid. They use one of those dreadlock kind of mops, like the really wide ones.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, they use one of those wide mops as a broom. It's the stupidest thing ever.
That's not a broom.
It's a mop, yeah. But they're using it as a broom. And it sticks to the floor. It's just terrible. It doesn't clean anything. So I went and bought the wide push broom, and it literally it sweeps the store real nice. I close 20 minutes faster because of it. Shut them up. The servers were coming up to me like, "You're our favorite busser." I'm like, "I know. Just give me your money."
Ladies, I know.
Ladies, I know. Just give me $15. Real good.
I can only go on dates with, I suppose, 3 of you at a time, but I'm willing to make an exception for the 4th.
Ladies. Yeah. So I was in my truck earlier today, driving here.
Yeah?
Driving home. I was listening to August Burns Red. It's a great band. Very, very metal. I don't normally listen to metal in my truck, and this is why. Because I tend to scream along with the song if I'm by myself. It's a 30-minute drive from work to home. So for 30 minutes, I was just screaming nonstop. And this wonderful voice you hear right now is the consequence because of it.
Pretty cool.
Jadon and I have been up to some silly stuff.
Yeah?
We've done really funny things. Like good old crocodile, please.
I still say that you should have sent that to Reddit or something.
Nah, it would have gotten downvoted into oblivion. Crocodile, please.
I disagree, but okay.
Interior crocodile alligator.
I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Just a crocodile, please. I want myself a bowl of that nice crocodile, please. And don't give me any of that alligator, would you kindly?
What it was is John and I were getting out of my car after getting some food, and I can't even remember how this conversation started, but I just made a comment about about something along the lines of alligator, please, or crocodile.
It was
please.
crocodile, please. Yeah. We were singing the interior crocodile alligator song, and then you just said that out of nowhere, and it turned out to be the funniest thing.
And then what John did is he just took a cereal box like a generic cereal box that he found on the internet that was blank. He put Captain Hook and the crocodile from Peter Pan in there and made it into a cereal.
Crocodile Please is the best cereal of all time.
And he even has a jug of cow juice balanced in his hook because you can't have good old Crocodile Please without any of that good old fashioned cow juice.
You don't like cow juice on your Crocodile Please.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm weird like that.
Something I always liked as a kid was the off-name cereals.
The generic ones?
Such as Alligator Please. Or Alligator Would You Kindly.
Ooh, now that's pretty off-brand. That's like third level.
Third level off-brand.
It's like you've got your Coke, then you've got your Shasta, and then you've got like something below that. Just like labeled cola.
Yeah. Nondescript cola-flavored cola.
That's like third tier.
Honestly, I will still eat and drink nondescript cola-flavored cola.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like third tier. Like, no one thinks of... When people say they're going to get some cola, they like mean like Coke or Pepsi or something. They don't mean like cola-flavored cola.
Now, if you know us, you know that we are soda snobs.
Kind of, yeah.
We are definitely soda snobs, Jade.
Well, I think that's kind of misleading because even if it's crap, we still drink it.
That is also true.
So
we drink tons of soda, but we also like buy the crazy expensive bottled sodas. We're like, oh, this McFuddy's cola is definitely the best cola.
Bougiest.
Oh, I like the little cinnamony aftertaste that this McFuddy's cola leaves on my tongue.
This Thomas Kemper is quite smooth. Endearing.
I hear they use real honey, you know.
Real Northwest honey, if you read the bottle.
Indeed.
It's so stupid.
We have constant debate and discussion on which is best cola.
And usually we can agree, but sometimes we can't.
On sodas such as root beer, we disagree.
Yeah. But I still say Virgil's is the best.
I'm not totally sold on it, but then again, I haven't had too many really good root beers. On cola, though, if we're talking about colas, I think McFuddy's.
We're not talking about that cola-flavored cola.
No, I want me some of that McFuddy-flavored cola.
By the way, we're not sponsored by any cola company, so in case you just tuned us out because you thought this was a commercial, we wish it was, because then we'd be making money, but we're not.
Making money off of McFuddy's. That's
now there is something I can get behind.
She's like, kids, go out and buy yourself some McFuddy's. You can't deny it.
But it's like, it's this weird soda that at first just tastes like a normal cola, kind of. Yeah. And then like a few seconds later, there's like a cinnamon aftertaste. And it's really nice.
It kind of burns a little bit. It's really strong.
Yeah.
I like it.
Like, if you're not a person that enjoys, like, sharp, I guess you could say colas, like 7-Up or Sprite or anything, like, McFuddy's probably wouldn't be your thing.
The only way I can describe this soda is if you've had those, like, Fireball candies, right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, those, like, atomic Fireball candies. Just liquid that, and it's amazing.
I don't know if it's that strong of a taste, but I see you're getting that.
Like, imagine if you take the atomic Fireball candy and you drop that in a bottle of Coca-Cola, just a whole bunch of them. Bam, McFuddy's. I want to try that now. That might be a cheaper way to get some McFuddy's flavor.
I don't think that's what they do, but go ahead and do it. It's like those old...
It kind of sounds like it would work.
It could. But it's like those old... You remember those old Warhead candies?
Yeah. I had Warheads recently.
Those were so sour. They were like the worst. Back when I was still, I think it was either in high school or middle school, sometimes my friends would buy like these big bags of them, and the contest was just to see who could hold our face the longest with these with all these warheads. So like we'd start with 1, the next guy would go to 2, the next guy would go to 3, until eventually like our entire mouths were stuffed, and we're all like trying to like keep from crying and like try to keep our faces straight just because it's like so sour. I think I was usually the first one to crack. I am not good with sour things.
Literally a week ago, I got a giant thing of Warheads.
Yeah.
It was like a giant cylinder of Warheads. The problem is that apparently it got so hot down here that they kind of melted and then like hardened again, but they're inside the packaging when they melted, so like they got stuck to the packaging. It was pretty nasty. But
we have a problem, Mr. President. All of our nukes, they melted.
All of our warheads have melted. But I had so many in the past month that my the roof of my mouth still is crazy sore.
That's the weird thing about like having too much of a good thing. Like it'll always like end up like screwing up your mouth.
Yeah.
Like sugar, tastes great, and as a matter of fact, your body actually needs it. But we eat so much that like if you drink too much Coke, your mouth gets like all sticky, and you're like everything has that weird Coke aftertaste. Like you could be like a sandwich or anything, like you can still taste the Coke,
Yeah.
even though like it's already gone.
Yeah. And then, oh my goodness.
Hmm?
Warheads is basically just acidic acid, though.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes them so sour.
Yeah, and that's why it hurts so bad. Citric acid, I think, is what
Yeah,
it
that's why
is.
you got to take them like one at a time. That's why it was so bad when we were sticking all of them in our mouth.
More than
Because
like
it was just like a
hurts.
big thing of just like acid that we were putting in our mouths.
Just eating some acid.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you say it like that, it sounds terrible. And in a way, it kind of was, but like, it was fun.
So, I was at a gas station earlier today,
Uh-huh.
and I picked up a bag of salsitas, which is my favorite chip of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I ate the whole bag.
Well done, John.
It didn't end up well.
I'm proud.
I taste nothing but salsa.
If only your mother could see you now.
Except for those euros that we got today. Oh my goodness!
I know, the European Union's really great.
Har har, I meant the sandwich.
But, and it's not a sandwich.
It's I think gyros are sandwich and donors are kebabs. I'm not positive.
I don't know. I just felt like antagonizing you a bit.
I'm less than positive about gyros being sandwiches, because I know just the term gyro means turnover, and turnover sounds like a sandwich, not a kebab. You're not going to be like, give me that turnover kebab.
Yeah.
I have no idea what donor means, though. But I know it's a kebab. Or kebab.
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 Well, I'm not a sandwich expert, but to me, like when people say turnover, like to me that means like a dessert, like an apple turnover. Like I don't.
Oh, I didn't mean turnover. I meant turn around.
Okay, yeah, because I was a bit confused there. I'm like, a turnover is like a dessert thingy.
Yeah.
I haven't had one in a long time, but like,
Look, kids,
that's no sandwich.
2 a.m.
Well, it is now, I guess. Yeah.
It is exactly 2 a.m.
That's
What's some news going around right now? You mentioned something literally right before we started recording.
Oh, we were just hopping on Skype, and apparently your face is literally white background, Kohl's, big weekend sale. It ends Sunday. $10 off your home purchase of $50 or more. So if I drag your face in with me to Kohl's department store, I can get $10 off my home purchase of $50 or more.
How did it get my face?
Well, like, you know the place where your face is supposed to be?
Oh, yeah.
It just has an ad there.
That's very interesting.
So this entire time it's just been Kohl's.
Apparently my face is an ad.
Apparently you sold your soul.
I sold my soul. I would
to Kohl's.
Probably not sell my soul to Kohl's.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they've got some money for you.
I mean, yeah, but at what cost?
$5.
At what cost?
$5.
Oh, I would not sell my face to
You
Kohl's
say
for
that
$5.
now. but that's a really crisp $5 bill. And Lincoln just looks so happy in that one.
Lincoln looks very... Have you ever done that trick where you fold it 3 times, and then if you tilt it up and down, it makes a smiling or a sad Lincoln?
No.
Yeah, you make a W-shaped fold in the middle of a dollar bill.
Uh-huh.
And then you can just tilt it up and down, and it will make the bill appear to be happy or sad. It's
before the Civil War, after the Civil War.
It's probably the best thing that you can do with the dollar bill, other than spend it on euros and salsitas. Ooh, euros.
I think that's really weird of our society. Like, people are complaining that they don't have enough money, but the instant we get our paychecks, and this is myself included, so I'm not passing judgment on anyone, I'm just as bad. But, like, the instant we get our paychecks, we're like, oh, we should go get food. Oh, we should also buy these new shoes because these old ones don't look fashionable anymore. Oh, there's that new video game. Oh, there's the rent. Oh, crap, I forgot about dog food, but now I'm broke. Rexy 2 will have to wait because Rexy 1 died due to starvation.
Oh boy, it appears that Planicide will give you more experience if you pay them $15 a month, Don.
Oh look, new hats for Team Fortress 2.
Oh man, you can buy a knife for Counter-Strike Global Offensive for like $300.
New skins.
Better do it.
New skins that do not in any way enhance your gameplay. Buy them quick before they never run out.
Oh my goodness, it's a problem.
Yeah. But, like, we don't feel like fixing it because we want the things. Like, I remember back whenever the new Apple phone was released, or whatever. Maybe it was like an iPod or something, I don't know. But, like, people had perfectly functioning Apple products that hadn't broken, and they were lining up to get the new thing that did the old things just as well, but, like, slightly faster, like maybe by a few more seconds.
No. It was a new thing that did the old thing just as well, but had a little bit more screen and was a little bit skinnier.
Yeah, see, I don't get that. Like,
that makes no
they're
sense.
hundreds of dollars.
Oh, well, a couple hundreds of dollars, like $600, $700. They're expensive.
That's what I was saying. And, like, I don't understand the Apple Watch. I don't get it.
I can tell you from a point of view of someone who's owned a smartwatch, at first you're like, oh man, it's so cool. I get all my notifications on my wrist. I don't have to pull my phone out of my tight old jeans. I don't have to reach my hand down there.
I just want to put on the brakes for a few seconds. What kind of entitled society do we live in where we have to say, oh no, pulling this awesome device that can connect to a worldwide database that has knowledge on every subject out of my pocket is so inconvenient that I'm just going to have that awesome device on my wrist.
It's not really for the inconvenience of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like,
no, Jadon. It's not about having something that's like, oh man, I don't have to pull my phone out ever again. It's not about that. It's the fact that you can just glance down and see your message without having to be inconsiderate, because you can't be in like a business setting or at work and have your phone out, right? This allows you just quickly to look down. All right, I have what I need to know now. That was my thinking behind it. It's kind of cool if you think about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what you said earlier, but when you said that, I can definitely understand what you're saying now. I agree with what you're saying now.
But the problem with them is that you're wearing this piece of electronics on your wrist, and you do so much a day. You're washing your hands. You're doing so much that will potentially harm this expensive electronic on your wrist that it was almost not worth it. And eventually the battery just stopped charging. Now there's like one smartwatch that I'm aware of right now that's completely waterproof and like does all the notification reading and stuff that you want. I think it's made by LG.
How much is it?
It's like $500, $600.
Yeah, that's too much for me. But anyway.
for us, definitely, we're the $20 kind of watch crowd.
I don't have a watch, John.
Well, I mean, if you were gonna buy a watch, would you look at one that's $20 or one that's like $700?
Maybe more like $5.
Yeah, that was my point. So you're wearing this crazy expensive thing, and it could get water damaged. But if you look at the point of view of I'm gonna buy a fancy watch, like Rolexes aren't expensive, aren't inexpensive at all.
I was going to say,
Rolexes aren't expensive.
John, Rolexes aren't expensive, are they?
I missed an in. So Rolexes aren't inexpensive, but these smartwatches are coming at a price point slightly below like the really fancy watches.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, stuff on your wrist and just to be like the nerd baller that you are, smartwatches aren't all that bad.
Yeah, I guess I will say
work.
that they're more practical than a Rolex.
That's for sure.
I mean, if you're going to be in that price hood anyway, that range.
And it has to be, for my money, it has to be completely waterproof. Mine was not completely waterproof or scratch proof or anything proof. It was...
You done diddly goofed.
It was probably the worst. Like, when you wore it, you had to baby your left arm. Just like, don't do anything around that left arm except for check the time.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure these new Apple ones aren't completely waterproof either. They might have like some resistance, but
resistance.
Yeah, it's not waterproof. Are you looking it up?
Yeah. I can't remember the exact resistance rating. I used to know these things. It has a water resistance rating of IPX7, which is pretty decent, but it's not literally waterproof. I think that's like water resistant down to 70 feet.
How will I check my Facebook when I'm going scuba diving? Thank you, Apple Watch. You've saved me. I mean, I know that's not why they put the waterproofing in there, but like that idea just makes me kind of smile.
It wouldn't even work.
I know.
Underwater. Like as soon as you touch the screen, it wouldn't be able to feel the resistance of your finger. Because that's how those screens work. So, like, if you took your phone and you put a drop of water on it, you wouldn't be able to use your phone screen because it's resistance wouldn't work. I can't remember what the name of that part is.
Well, that might be true for some phones, but my old phone was like, not my new one because it stinks, but the old phone wasn't pressure activated, it was heat activated. So, like, if you just held your finger, like, you didn't have to apply any pressure, but if you held your finger over the lock button, it would unlock. Whereas my old phone, I can't even remember how long ago, it was pressure. So, like, that one wouldn't work underwater.
No. The pressure one would work underwater. The one where that's a contact touch screen. There's a resistance type touch screen where it just feels the resistance off your finger. Like the electricity.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
That's why having water on it wouldn't work.
Okay. So both of my old phones would have worked, but not these new Apple ones.
Not these new Apple ones, no. Oh, jeez, I can't find exactly how far underwater that is. 3 meters. Bam, 3 minutes and 3 meters underwater. And that's what the Apple Watch can do, kids. So, I mean, that's good. You can at least wash your hands with it, which is one of my big problems.
Yeah.
Something I do like about the new smartwatches is they have a light on the bottom and then a light reader. So what the light does, I think it's a non-visible light to your eye, like infrared light. It could be infrared. I'm not sure. But it shines through your skin, and then basically it's a camera looks at that, and it's watching the waves of your blood, so it's actually getting your heart rate. So the Apple Watch,
that's weird.
Yeah, I have that feature on my phone. I can show you eventually. It's really cool. It shines a bright light onto your finger, and then it watches the waves of your blood, and it can measure your heart rate. So if it's measuring your heart rate, and if you're doing fitness or you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to keep track of your weight, that's actually a really cool reason to have a new fancy smartwatch. Not only are you getting all your messages, you're checking your text, and you're not looking rude all the time, pulling your phone out every 3 minutes, which is like a big pet peeve of most people these days.
No, I wouldn't say most people. I would say
Well,
select people. Because it happens often enough that most people don't even realize that it's socially rude.
well, I mean, like, if I'm on a date and I see you with your phone out every 3 seconds, I'm pretty much done with that date.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I said select people.
Anyways, that's aside from the point. So you appear nicer because, you get your message, but you're not having to pull out your phone and being rude. And it's keeping track of all that stuff. It's actually really cool for the price point. I'd like to see a Rolex do that.
Yeah. I
But
mean, I don't think it's very practical just because the only thing that I would want on my wrist ever would be like, I don't know, maybe like a sweatband. But like, for the features you're describing, like maybe for certain people it work out pretty well. Like,
oh yeah.
if you're.
It's definitely for a select group of people. It's not for everyone.
No.
I don't think that you'll be seeing a farmer out there with the Apple Watch. It's
Never say never. I'm betting some guy in Ohio is like, heck yeah.
well,
Can't wait to time the heart rate of my cows. And then he buys it and then
yeah.
he realizes that it doesn't work on cows.
I don't think it's for him. It's for the businessmen and the tech geeks who just want to have that thing on their wrist that's very technological. Like, one of my favorite quotes from Hitchhiker's Guide is, "We're a race of people that still thinks that digital watches are a pretty neat idea." Great quote from Hitchhiker's Guide. But these new smartwatches fall right into that category. We still think they're a pretty neat idea.
Yeah. Well, to me, like, from the beginning, it just seemed like another thing of, like, Google Glass, which was funny to me.
Well, I like Google Glass, not the product itself. The product itself sucks. But you have to think of it as it opened up a doorway to a new type of product. So, like Microsoft's HoloLens right now, that's straight up following the path of Google Glass, except for it's doing it better and
Except it's not terrible.
except for it's not terrible. Yeah, it's not just like a little postage stamp size thing that you see on your eye. It's like actual virtual reality, and that wouldn't have happened without Google Glass. I think that Google Glass was very important, and same with these smartwatches. They're probably going to lead to something really cool in wearable tech, and I think they're necessary.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But that's just my opinion on the matter.
Yeah.
I still think they're a pretty neat idea.
Well, it's just because that, like, age-old fascination, like, we've seen all those sci-fi movies where, like, Star Trek or whatever, like, they just have those instant communicators. Like, they don't pull out a phone and be like, hey, what's up, Spock? How you doing? No, they just kind of, like, I know they don't talk into the air, like, they're talking through communicators and whatever, but,
they
like,
tap their badge.
it's that same kind of idea that we're so fascinated with, and we just keep on trying to get closer and closer to it.
It's important, I think. I think it's definitely necessary that we go down that route. One route in technology right now that I'm not seeing so relevant is the laptops that fold into tablets.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I understand that one either. Maybe I'm just an old codger at heart.
I don't get it, and I'm not sure where it's trying to lead to. I mean,
well, like, think of a laptop, and then just think of the screen, and then think of cracking that screen in half. That's what it reminds me of. Like, I know that's not what it is, but, like, it's the same basic concept to me.
My mother actually, like, took me along, and I had to show her which laptop to get for Farmville.
For Farmville?
Yeah, she plays a lot of Farmville. She's a Farmville pro.
What? I love your mom dearly, but why do you need a whole new laptop for a game like Farmville?
Her last laptop was probably 7 years old, and it had Windows XP. I put Linux on it eventually once XP died.
Farewell XP.
Farewell XP. You will be missed. But it just couldn't handle Farmville. Farmville would lag.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It couldn't handle Farmville, so eventually, my mother works hard though. She works 2 jobs. She works like 1 job for 12 hours, and then just for fun, she works as a nurse. She's crazy. She doesn't have to work 2 jobs. She just does it because she wants to. But she has like so much extra pocket change. She's just like, I think I need a new laptop for the Farmville. So
Well, I mean, yeah, like that's your choice, but at the same
Yeah.
time,
I know it's
But,
crazy.
yeah.
I know it's crazy. But her laptop folds in half into tablet mode, and I never see a practical use to have it in tablet mode. Like it's
well, no, you're
so
still carrying
impractical
around the
right now.
entire like keyboard and everything.
Yeah, I know. Just
Like it's carrying a laptop and a tablet.
like the folding around into tablet mode is like, oh, it's kind of cool. It's a novelty feature. The joint isn't as strong.
It's flashy. It's pretty much all it is.
It's kind of flashy, but like the actual joint on the laptop isn't as strong because of it, because it's a two folding joint. There's 2 joints there instead of just one really strong one that they could have built.
Mm-hmm.
But because of it, like you fold it into tablet mode, and then great, you have to deal with the on-screen touchpad, right?
Mm-hmm.
The touch keyboard.
Yeah, and at that point, wouldn't it just be easier to use a laptop, a keyboard?
I definitely think just having a laptop with a touch screen is far better than having the folding over laptop.
Yeah, because, I mean, at the very least, you're not having the weight of that extra keyboard and all that.
Yeah. No. I think you got it a little bit backwards. I mean, like, just a normal laptop with a normal keyboard, but it has a touchscreen instead of the folding over thing, because the folding over thing does have a touchscreen. Just get rid of the folding over deal and just use a normal touchscreen. However, I do see one benefit now that I think about it, is that you can lay that laptop completely flat. Like, I have a problem with my laptop where I open it up a little bit too much, and I'm just like, ooh, that's bad for the joint.
Well, yeah, but like, that's just one thing.
Summary, though. Technology is awesome. And we're going somewhere, but at the point that we are right now, it's iffy.
I don't know what's iffy, but yeah.
Smartwatches are practicality.
Oh. Well, technology hasn't always been practical.
Oh, no.
So
I'm sure that, like, way back when mechanical watches were being invented, like, they were going from pocket watch to wristwatch, people probably naysayed the hell out of the mechanical wristwatch, like we're just doing with technology right now. But I'm really excited to see where it all leads, really.
Yeah.
Then again, technology is like an endless path. It just keeps going and going. It's not gonna, like, it's not just gonna go, all right, we have this watch, and then bam, we jumped over to supercomputers on your wrist. It's not gonna end at that. It'll just keep advancing.
Went straight from the wheel to space.
Bam, space. But it just keeps advancing, is my point.
Yeah.
And it's all cool.
Mm-hmm.
So this has been the technology edition of the Battle Yawn podcast. Next time on the Battle Yawn podcast, Jadon reflects on life. Good night.